Hello everyone, welcome back to Let's Play Super Paper Mario. I am Meg400, and in this episode we are going to actually head back to Chapter 5. 5-1 that is, because there is something we can now do there. Back when we went here a few episodes ago, we could not access a certain area because we didn't have Dottie. Correctly ho, and thusly we managed to scrabble free of the terrors of Flint. Enjoy your fame, enjoy your fortune. We're busy saving the world. Somebody didn't mention about Piccolo, though. Piccolo also changes the sound of your jumps, and now it sounds like the classic Mario jumps when Piccolo is out. So that's kind of cool. First off, we have this little building here. So there's these little buildings scattered out throughout the land and some other chapters, as well as throughout Flipside. They're itty-bit shops. I mentioned them before. Basically, I don't get that aspect. You won't see your face. I wonder if it's like, it's Count Bleck serving you food. Bleckingtons. Bleck burgers, I don't know. Anyway, they're little small shops, and they allow you to buy rare items, like, for example, Kill Mango and Mild Cocoa Bean. Now, technically, the Kill Mango you can get from enemies, but, again, it's easier to just get it from him. So, yeah, they sell you recipes that are food ingredients that you can use to, you know, get all the recipes. It's kind of useful. It's interesting, not all that practical, really. Not really practical, but I don't really see a ton of use for it. Anyway, and we could go through that pipe to get up there, but it's easier just to use the mini ability to walk on water, like Jesus. And, ooh, there's a friend we haven't seen since Paper Mario. Well, for me, technically TTYD as well, but in terms of... Oh, I know, I LP TTYD too, I just haven't done it. Last time we saw him on my channel would be Paper Mario, but either way, it's Wacka, and that was another cooking disc. Wacka-ho, I'm Wacka. Just another picture-perfect day here in Crag. Ooh, makes me feel like nothing bad could happen on a day like this. Well, guess again. Fool, die. Wackow, don't stop on me. So yeah, just like any other game, Wacka, you can whack his head, he will give a bump, and eventually if you whack him too much, he will die. Yeah. But, his bumps heal quite a bit of HP. Not as useful as they are in, Super Mario RPG. I wish it was in Super Mario RPG. Well, no, that game's not that hard anyway. But, not as useful as it is in Paper Mario and TTYD, but still, useful. I can't remember if cooking his bumps in this game make them more useful or less useful. I think they sell more, but I think they're less useful in terms of healing if you cook them. However, they are a delicacy. One cannot, the taste of Wacka bumps are just too delicious to comprehend. It's kind of like what you eat. It kind of be like weird, like if you were eating like in this universe. I wonder if you were eating and they're like, oh, this is really good, and then you say, oh, well, that's a Wacka bump, and then they just like throw up because they realize what it is. Kind of like when you someone eats something like escargot or something, or some random thing, and like, oh, this is good, and then you tell them what it is, and then their mind's like, wait a minute, I shouldn't like this, and then they stop liking it, even though they thought it tasted fine a second ago. Anyway, Piccolo's one of Piccolo's uses is opening these blocks. I think there's only like 2 in the game, but this one has a Merlee card. This is in the Flipside area. If we go to Flopside over here, there is a invisible platform. Let's use, if we use Tippy's power, I think. Tippy, where are you? There you go. If we use Tippy's power, we can see the platform. There's something. And now we can jump there to go to the area the area we got one of the cooking discs. You can get another cooking disc here too by doing the same thing, except for the platforms. The invisible platforms here are a lot more convoluted than they were in on the Flipside side. On Flopside, they're a little bit more convoluted, as you will see. So like right now, they're not that bad. They're just going across, but then you go all the way across, and yeah, you see Piccolo's changing my jump noise. And then you go up again. Instead of just going straight up, you go, like, zigzag, kind of. Anyway, there it is. And this is, I think, the last cooking disc, or one of the last cooking discs. Cooking disc W. And that will show us all the recipes we can have. I like the aspect of cooking disc, because unlike in the original game, you just kind of had to guess what made what. Here they kind of tell you, which is nice. There's other options though. Just what they tell you in the cooking special area isn't the only option. I think they only give you one of several options. And there's no rem card. Now let's head this way so that we can unlock the find the other pure heart pillar. And also there's some other secrets here, because we couldn't go back here. And now we have other pixels too that can help us down here. To the right, actually, there is something we can't deal with. It's actually another pure heart pillar, but we cannot access it until it's the last pure heart pillar, and for whatever reason it's invisible. For no reason other than you can't access it right now. I guess to me it's kind of uncreative. It's like, well, how do we hide the last pure heart pillar so they can't access it until it's time? Well, we'll make it invisible. Well, okay, do they need to use Tippy, or can they just have a pixel? No, we'll make it invisible, and it becomes visible once you get all the pure hearts. But that doesn't make... Yes, it does. Don't argue with me, I am paying your salary. But anyway, aside from me trying to be snooty and not... or trying to be funny and not succeeding, if we go over here, we have a hole. Or rather, not really a hole, but only Dottie can allow us to pass through this small crevice of sorts. And here we go. I always like the, I don't mind the concept of an overworld of sorts where slowly as you gain more abilities, more stuff becomes open. I don't really like it in like Super Mario Galaxy and stuff where, I mean, more stuff is open, but like there's no point like in Galaxy to go around the observatory. It's kind of boring. It's just walk around the observatory. It's kind of cool looking, but you just walk around the observatory and then eventually you get to where you need to go. That's why I'm one of the people who liked Galaxy 2. Galaxy 2's map format, it made it much more convenient, and they still had the option if you wanted to explore the starship you could. But like, you know, I don't mind this aspect because as you continue, you know, in this game, as you continue to get powers, you can access more areas and find more secrets. I like that. I don't like it when you have an area that's just kind of useless, it's just more pretty looking, and the only use of it is to go to the next area. You know, or like there's not, like in Galaxy, the observatory doesn't have all that many secrets, really. Maybe a few, like one-ups, but I guess my thing is I like things that have a purpose, and I like things that, you know, have a goal. That's just how I am. At the duel of 100, the hero will meet with dark powers of purest chaos. If you fall to the 100, the chaos would grow and the purity heart fades, and as that happens, the hero will fall to the world where all games are ended. Thanks for the vote of confidence. That's the section of light prognosis I just deciphered. It seems to suggest that if you fail to pass these duels, all worlds will be ruined. And apparently your life will be lost along with the purity heart. I know that what I just told you might only deserve to... You think? You think? You just told me I was gonna die. And it's in... I mean, light prognosis, granted, it's not a true prophetic thing, but either way though, it's been accurate so far. So I might as well just give up right now and just jump off a cliff, because according to you, I'm going to die. Or rather, Mario's gonna die. I'm not gonna die. I already died in Chrono Trigger, I don't need to die again in this game. Or rather, the hero doesn't need to die again in this game. Anyway, so yeah, now that we have that, we can technically go to the next chapter. However, we're gonna get a few more secrets here. And the reason I jumped in there was to, you know, look for secrets. You know, in the Flipside, there's actually, I think, a secret there that reveals secret-y cards and stuff and optional stuff. But unfortunately, that's not there. There is a place like that on Flopside, just not in that location. And now with Cudge, we can break this block. Now, if you remember, in Flipside, there was a block like that, but it was not yellow. It was not breakable, which means that block that was in Flipside, because they're connected, is now broken. So we can now access that area. Down here, if you flip, you'll notice a yellow block. We can break this, which will reveal a switch. And in Flipside, there was also a block there that will now be gone. That switch will cause that to happen. And, ooh, is that another pixel? No, actually, it is a Power Plus. Now, you can, I think you can buy these too, but these work differently than they do in the Paper Mario, somewhat differently. Instead of being a badge, basically the Power Plus increases your attack power permanently. Whereas, and then there's also the HP Plus, which will increase your life permanently. So it's quite useful. It increases it by 1, and then the HP increases your attack, or HP by 5. So it's a nifty little item. I believe you can buy it, and you can find it in other locations, but that's one of the ones that you can definitely find in the game by just going to this area. And down here's another secret. This is where Merlin actually, or not Merlin, what am I talking about? Actually, it's another catch card, and this one I believe is Barry? Berries and cream? I was right, it was berry. Berry is a, since Berry is an optional pixel, his card is more hidden. To get all the other pixel cards, there's a way to do it, and I could just say what it is, which is the pit, so I'm going to do that. You do the pit of Flipside and you get them, but I'm not going to be doing the... I think I've decided that... Whoa. I think I've decided that I am going to do the pit. Probably, there is actually, as you'll see in a second, there's actually two pits. There's a pit of Flipside and a pit of Flopside. No, I don't want to know what college is. But I guess I'll do both. I honestly don't know how boring that will be. I guess my thing for not doing both is, so far, both... When I did the pit of TTYD, granted I didn't talk during that one, and it was bad quality, but I also did, you know, somewhat bad quality. It wasn't horrible, though, for webcam, but I did webcam quality for this one, too, for both Flipside and Flopside, and I had myself talking through that, and both of the pits are pretty low in terms of viewership, so I guess my thing is, in this video, I want to see how many people honestly want me to do the pit again, or just show what's at the bottom of it. If someone really wants me to show the entire pit, again, if everyone wants me to, I guess that's my thing. I don't mind doing it, I just... If no one's going to be really that into it, then I don't really see, you know, the point, personally at least, because I've already beat the pit. I guess my question is, I don't, like, same with, like, Harvest Moon when I asked you guys want me to cut anything. Everyone said no. If you guys don't want me to show the whole pit, even though, you know, I worry some people might be bored, if I have enough people saying yes, then I'll go through with it. Anyway, this is the last we'll see, I think the last we'll see of, Wellington. Or was it whatever his name? Weldenberg. Anyway, that pipe will lead up to Flopside. This is at the pit of Flopside trials. You can't access it until you beat the Flipside trials, but obviously won't be doing that for a little while because I like to save that for last. I could do it in between. Technically, I could tackle the Flipside pit right now if I wanted to. And over here we have a pool of water. But first, we're gonna go in the pool of water. And over here we actually have another kind of side quest of sorts, which I showed in my previous LP, and I might show it again. It's kind of cool. No one really talks about it really much, but here we have Flam. He is a map chap, and he has maps. Basically, there is a whole extra side quest of, and it actually unlocks another aspect on your menu, the map on your start or pause menu. Basically, you can buy maps from him, and then you look on the location of the map, and I'll show you in a second, and all the maps vary in coin cost, so it will cost you a lot to get all the maps, but like I have map 1, so now I can go to Rogueport, and I can try and find all the crystal shards, that's Kirby, crystal stars, but anyway, as you saw on the map, there was a location, the location had X. Basically, you go to the place that's pictured on the map, and yeah, there was an 80-bit shop, but I didn't really feel like showing that off. But you go to the place located on the map, you take Fleep, and you flip in that location, and you'll get a prize. Some of them are kind of cool and useful, some of them are completely pointless, and when you... it is kind of a 100% thing, because once you get all of the maps, you get red X's on all of them, so it's kind of like, oh, I completed it all. Same with getting all the catch cards, but I've never got all the catch cards just because they're not... It's not entirely worth it, because a lot of them are all just random anyway. So I probably won't get all the catch cards. I might if I really feel ambitious. Nor have I really got all the recipes just because, I don't know. I did it in TTYD, but in this game, because they kind of tell you what they all are, even if you don't get, you know, cook them all, I don't necessarily know if it's as worth it. Which I think I'm gonna show off what's in the cooking specialist chassis. And there's some interesting recipes for sure, and I'll definitely be showing off some of them if I do the pit. But yeah, I do wonder about how I do for, like, sometimes for 100%, it's not worth, you know, going to all the effort for some things. Like, for example, even though I did it in Paper Mario, cooking all the recipes is really kind of pointless. It's a really dumb thing to get 100%. I did it, and mostly because I did it because I didn't do it before, so it was interesting to actually do. That's one thing about LPing, it does get you to do things you never did before. And dangerous flowers. Heronicus used to venture, but now he doesn't because he's a lazy son of a... But yeah, that's one thing that's nice about, like, I never did the TTYD pit before on LPing, I never did this pit before LPing. I never got all the heart pieces in Minish Cap before I did my LP. I never got all the endings in Chrono Trigger before my LP. So, like, you know, that kind of stuff. It makes me more ambitious to try those kind of things. But in this case, because I already showed you all the recipes, I'm not nearly as wanting to do that. And there is the Enter Chat card. I always forget which is which. One is the one that hosted the game show with Merly, and this is in Flipside. This is where that block used to be. One hosted the game show, and one appears in the arcade. And here we have the HP Plus, not really badge, but HP Plus item, I guess. But that's about it. And next time, now that we got most of the secrets taken care of, we can head off to the next chapter, which is quite a doozy. Real quick though, I'll just show off the map thing. There's the X, and you can use Fleep. I believe the reward for this one is Gold Bar, which is worth 99 coins when you sell it, or 95 or something, or 90 coins. It's kind of useful. Anyway, I am reminding you, gold.